we back in the car, driving to Virginia right now, doing the Mount Rogers Loop. It's like 27 miles total. About 4 hours out. I left this morning at 6 a.m. That was a blast. It's about 10 right now. I'm currently in South Carolina. Making pretty good time. I'm going to do like 3 miles in today. And then I got like 10 tomorrow, and then 12 the next day, and then 5 out on the last morning. But hoping to see some snow. It's probably not going to snow on me, but there might be snow on the ground. They had a little bit of winter storm last night. They kind of came through out of the Midwest, so hopefully some of it's still there. I don't know. I'm excited. Any weather I can deal with, so see you guys in a little. All right, guys. Made it to the trailhead. Look at this. Ooh. Only one here, so I wonder if I'll even see anybody, but yeah, look at all that snow. Looks like they got a decent amount last night. A lot of it's sticking. My car said 29, I think, so definitely cool. Yeah, I think, no, those are other trails. I think I'm starting over there somewhere, going up the Mount Rogers Trail. Look at that, deer trucks. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I saw it was gonna snow. I saw it was snowing last night. I thought that there would only be snow like a tiny bit, like up on the peaks, you know, where it's higher in elevation, colder temperatures, yada, yada, yada. I was wrong. Yeah. So here's my current situation. Literally a winter wonderland. It's like, I don't know, maybe an inch. I don't know, it's not very exciting, but I mean, I'm a Florida boy, so it's so cool. It's insane how fast, like, the human body heats up. Like, it's literally crazy. Like, I got out of my car and I was like, uh-oh. Like I was like double guessing myself, like, uh-oh, like it's pretty cold here, Cole. And then I was like, put on this winter jacket that I skied in, put on my leggings and my fleece pants, my gloves. My hands are a little cold, but as you can see, my jacket is now open. Yeah, peep the ice, you already know. But I'm chilling, man. So nice out. The sun's out today. Can't see it, of course. But yeah, it's supposed to be pretty sunny up until like midday tomorrow. Some clouds roll in, and then all day Friday and Saturday is when the freezing rain and sleet, cold rain, all that mixed, icy, whatever comes in. So at least I got to see some snow. It would have been cool to snow on me, but this is way more snow than I expected to even see in the first place. This tree cracked and the wind's hitting it, and it's literally like popping, like it's getting so close to falling, but it's like stuck in that tree up there. Listen. Oh. Unfortunately, the first 3 miles that I'm doing today to camp are like just straight uphill, and really one of like the only like longer portions of uphill for like the whole trip. So what in the world? Wild turkey or something? What I found, guys, looks like something's been going on here. First I thought it was deer rub, like a deer rubbing his antlers against the tree, but I don't see any rub on the tree. It's all over here too. Let's see if there's not really any hoof prints. It's almost like a paw, like maybe a coyote or something rolling around in the dirt. Yeah, what the hell? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Okay, this is getting really weird. Some of them look like a little kid's shoe, but okay, I'm trying to find a good print. He just stops and then messes around. I don't know. It kind of looks like a hoof. Or, I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, more than likely a deer. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I don't know what the hell he's doing. This landscape is just absolutely ridiculous. There's like these huge boulders. Sun's coming out over there. Feels nice coming around that ridge. I was in the shade the whole time. Yeah. So supposedly there's a campsite like 3.2 to like 3.5 miles in, and I'm at about 3.1 right now. Hopefully there's enough room to camp, throw up a tent. Honestly, don't really care at this point. This has been like the longest 3 miles of my life. But back where it forked to another trail at about 2.1 miles, there was definitely an area to camp with the fire ring. So if I get to like 3.6 and I can't find anything, I'll just turn around and go back 1.5 miles and camp where at least I know there is a place. So, all right guys, made it to camp. Set up my tent, kind of like scraped out all the leaves just so I don't want to be laying on snow. It's definitely really cold. I tried to get a fire started, but everything is literally just drenched in snow. So every single piece of wood in this entire forest is just soaking wet. So I don't know. Pretty nice sunset though. Classic ramen. No fire for tonight because I just don't really care and it's too wet. I don't have time. Don't want to worry about it. So enjoy my ramen, enjoy my sunset, and then I got a Netflix movie, so that's why I really don't care. I'll just call my sleeping bag, watch a Netflix movie. Hello guys. Sorry I haven't been filming much. Just kind of, it's been very cold. Just kind of been trying to keep myself warm and just hang out in my bag. I've been watching a movie, but it's about 7:30. I'm so tired. I woke up at 5:30 and drove 8 hours, so I think I'm just gonna cut this movie off and then call it quits. Here's my emergency blanket that I got from REI, trying it out. Hopefully it'll add a little bit of warmth and some like waterproofing and windproofing. But yeah, I had to put my bottles and my ski pants in my bag because they were freezing over. That towel I used to clean my dishes, it's freezing, it's frozen. So yeah, hopefully I can just fall asleep, stay warm, and we'll see you guys in the morning. What's up guys, it's about 8 a.m. Out here cooking my oatmeal. Pretty freezing cold. My toes are extremely cold. They don't want to heat up at all. Hopefully that changes once I start hiking. But everything else is pretty warm for the most part. My fingers are a little cold. I was pretty warm last night. I just couldn't really get comfortable. Didn't really get a lot of sleep. I was like on and off for a while. So I think I got like, I don't know, maybe 5-6 hours total out of going to bed at 8 and waking up at 8. So yeah, that was fun. All right, that was brutal. Got camp fully packed up. So I had my tent last night. I'm hoping the sun comes over this ridge back up here in a little bit. Hopefully gives me some sun. I'm ready to just start walking and hopefully warm these toes up and my fingers. Whoo! I'm sorry, but I was unaware of the ice skating I'd be doing. Oh, here we go. Oh, whoa. Oh yeah, and sorry for like the lack of filming last night and a little bit this morning. Long story short, I was just very, very cold for the most part. And I mean, I knew I was safe. Like, I wasn't worried about like hypothermia, frostbite. I mean, like, I wasn't really that worried about like being injured or like my health, but it's just uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable to be that cold and to just not know when you're going to be warm, how you're going to get warm, and just all that second guessing. I was just not really having it. I was like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Should I be out here? Should I turn around? Like kind of guessing myself. But now that I'm up and moving, I feel a lot better. My toes, I can feel them getting warmer. I can feel my hands getting warmer. This is great. This makes me really warm. It's just sitting there. When you're sitting there doing nothing or just waiting for your water to boil, it's brutal. It's terrible. But once I start walking, it's fine. Like, I'm about to take this off. Like, I'm super warm. And I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if this works. Gloves, come on, there you go. The sun's moving up. So we just have this ridge behind me. So once the sun kind of comes up and over, oh my God, it's gonna feel so nice to be in the sun. But I just hit the AT junction and it's backwards, but I'll show you in a sec. So, yeah, okay, so I'm 4 from my car. Mount Rogers North. What's this though? Oh, wait, what? Okay, I'll figure this out. Okay, so 603 is where I parked my car yesterday, and then Mount Rogers is where we're heading. So we're going up here. So up this, not down this. And those are actual footprints. Looks like there is someone else out here. Interesting. The rocks are like suspended in the ice. That's pretty cool. That's another thing. I've seen probably 6 or 8 water sources in 4 miles so far, which is crazy. I thought it was going to be like way less than that, because like when I did the last hike in North Carolina, it was pretty dry, and that was November. So I'm thinking almost the middle of December, there's no way there's any running water sources. Guess I was wrong. There's a bunch. I just filled up like 50 yards out of camp, filled up both my smart waters, so that's good. Water. Look at that. Holy, that is not what I want to be hiking on. It's like butter. Oh my God, it's everywhere. As you can see now, I'm wearing just my base layer. I mean, this part of the AT going up to Mount Rogers has just been straight uphill. Ice, rocks, snow. Like, whoa! It warmed me up in like a quarter of a second, I swear. Like, my feet feel great now. My hands feel great. My top feels great. My hair's looking great. Jeez. Yeah, I'm at about mile 5. So it's been about a straight mile of uphill, going kind of slow. But got another like mile or so until I hit the Summit Fork, where it goes off the AT to Summit Rogers. And I think I'll do it. I don't know. I've heard that it's not very exciting and that it's pretty closed in. You can't really see anything. But it's the highest point in Virginia. I have to be able to say I went to it, not a third of a mile from it. That's lame. Come on. Oh, cute angel singing. Holy cow. It's so badass. crazy how fast the scenery changes. It goes from like open highlands, now we're back in all the conifers. Alright guys, hiking up the summit trail to Mount Rogers, about half a mile. This is steep, but I mean, so has everything else been for the past 3 miles. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna take a long coffee break, snack break at the top, and then I think like 80% of the rest of the trail towards camp is like all downhill, so it'll be a lot easier after this. So, all right, guys. Well, this is the summit. Look at that view. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's whatever. Still a nice place to enjoy some coffee. Yeah, this would definitely be a lot better hot. Doesn't really blend very well when it's freezing. Up here there's pretty decent powder. Look at that. It's like, I don't know, inch, maybe inch and a half. Anyway, I've made it back down to the AT, Appalachian Trail, Mount Rogers Summit, Appalachian Trail, and Road to Darn Gap. Okay, so we'll be going down there. Some nice downhill, maybe out there in the Highlands. That looks really cool. Oh, some pretty cool landscape. Look at that, guys. That's crazy. So if you're wondering, we are in the Lewis Fork Wilderness in Jefferson National Forest. We're about 20-30-ish minutes over the North Carolina-Virginia border. Closest town would be Troutdale or Fairwood. Alright guys, made it to the Thomas Knob shelter. That's pretty cool. Got a little picnic table on a fire. Looks like someone was here. Something. Looks like some paw prints. Dog maybe. I don't know. Coyote. Bobcat. I don't know. But whatever. It's pretty cool. Look at that. Pretty awesome views out here. It's a lot more open than like North Carolina is. It's definitely like a lot more like open plains. I guess because I'm really close to the Grayson Highlands, and essentially what this is a highland, so it's pretty cool. I like this terrain. Oh, jeez, after mile like 5, I've literally seen like 10 different campsites. I literally saw like 10 out back where it was kind of more open, like the Highlands area type thing. I saw like 10 like super dope campsites, all with a bunch of logs, fire ring, huge open space. Like, it would have been so cool, but I mean, like with the way I came and getting here at like 3 p.m., there was no way I would have been able to do 6 miles like yesterday afternoon, especially since it's all uphill. But I don't know, that's pretty cool. Next time, maybe if I come at like a different like time frame, I might be able to stay out there. So sick. Man, I should have came here and with the chainsaw and got my own Christmas tree. It's like a Christmas tree forest. What are these? Spruce, pine, fir, oh, Fraser fir. That's what they are. Fir trees. Aha. Another crazy thing is like the contrast in temperature when you're back in like the forest like this in the shade versus when you're out on like the highlands in the sun. Because I mean, either way you're getting wind, but in the shade, it's in the shade. There's no sun. In the sun, there's sun, and with this inch or two of snow on the ground, the sun reflects off the white, and it's just like radiating the sunlight. So it's like it's like an even greater contrast between shade and sun with the snow, just because of this reflection, like water does the same thing, like on the ocean or like in a boat, you know. Yeah, like look at that. Nice fire ring, log to sit on. There's even some wood. It's all flat. There's probably a super dope view over there. It's even got a bear box. I mean, it's a little late in the season to be needing that, but I still brought my bear canister. Well, that's an interesting find. It's an REI tent, I think. Yeah, these are my footprints right here, but there's none anywhere leading up to this, so, and there's snow on it, so it must have been here since Tuesday night, so that's weird. Guess someone just got tired of carrying the bag. Well, got some sort of scat. Right here and up here. And the only paw prints are these, like, yeah, paw prints. So, I mean, that's definitely not a bear, because bears have like a huge pile of just like mush, and that's like a bunch of little droplings. So I don't know, bobcat, coyote, I don't know. So I saw this huge like rock cropping, and I was like, there's got to be a cool view up here. No signs, nothing. Came up here, boom! Look at that. Woo! I think I want to say that's Rogers, and then I just came up over that ridge through all this. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. I think right about there is that last where like a splits from the AT to the Summit Trail. Woo! Big old drop. Check that view out though. All right, guys, I was just up there on that rock, but made it here. So Appalachian Trail North, that's us. Going up there. Appalachian Trail South, that's where we came from. Done 2 since Mount Rogers, so pretty cool. Pretty awesome area. Really windy though right now. Jeez, that looks safe. Uh-oh. Hello. Ooh. Kind of hard to follow the trail. Oh, there we go. There's a blaze. Especially when there's no trees, just kind of open. Everything looks like the trail. Very fortunate someone did this before me, so at least I can somewhat follow some footprints. I swear half this trail has literally just been an ice skating rink, but pretty rewarding views. Alright guys, still going strong at about mile 8.8, I believe. I'm ahead to about 9.2. Stop for a little bit of a lunch. It's about 12:40 right now. So, I don't know, probably about a 1 o'clock lunch. And then I have about 2.5 miles from there. So I'll be at camp, I don't know, hopefully 3, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Might take a pretty decent lunch break and just enjoy everything. The snow's starting to melt though. There's a little bit less and less snow as I come down in elevation and more out into the sun, but yeah, which might be nice tonight, so at least maybe a better chance at a fire. But yeah. gas lunch. Let that little towel out there dry on the sun. It's pretty frozen from last night, like wiping out my dishes, so hopefully it'll de-thaw. All right, guys, lunch break complete. All refueled, rehydrated. Just chilled here by the nice view and kind of like laid out some of my stuff to dry out in the sun. Socks, towels, shoes, etc. So feeling pretty good. About 2.5 miles outside of camp, so it's only 1:15. So I have plenty of time. So that'll hopefully give me some time to get wood and everything. I don't have to set up my tent either because I'll be in a shelter, so that'll be nice. So some nice time to enjoy everything and just chill out. Let's get back on the trail. All right, for everyone who hasn't hiked the AT, this is why you love the AT. Look at this. Quality sign. Not some rotten wood you can barely read. Brand new. Man, they really make the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, or whatever you call it, or yeah, whatever. They really make an effort to keep the trail maintained and blazed and everything. So, what's up, boys? How's it going? Oh, and that explains the scat I found earlier. I think it's these guys. They're always taking dumps, eating all that grass. Again, this is why you love the Appalachian Trail. It's got everything. Thomas Knob Shelter, that's the one I showed you guys. And then Y Shelter, that's where we're gonna be staying tonight. So 1.9, not bad. Yeah, and as you can see, there's like a bunch of other trails out here. I think especially just because it's in the state forest, or state park for Grayson Highlands, like everything is just even more maintained and well kept. So that's a pretty cool campsite. Nice view. Just came out down there. Way over there where the little snow is. Let's see, right there. That's where I showed you the fence and the sign. So probably already done like, I don't know, half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. Woo, refill. Nice little stream, like a mile before camp. Nice little bridge as well. Yes, water. Deer. Oh. What's up, guys? Just made it to the shelter. Enjoying a nice protein bar. I'm gonna camp over here, so I don't have to use my tent. And then I got some firewood. I'm gonna go get some more. Hopefully I can start a fire tonight. I got some birch bark on the way in to hopefully help start the fire. So, guys, I think I secured the fire for the night. Cut down this huge tree. I just had a bunch of dry hardwood, and I got all that processed over here. Small, medium, and some bigger ones. That saw I got is pretty good, but holy cow, this wood is just so thick. I'm sweating like it's 100 degrees out here right now. Good work. Look at that. Dense hardwood. Alright guys, officially got a fire going. A lot of this wood is really wet, but I put on one of the big logs from the hardwood, and I can definitely tell that those are going to burn really well. So I'm just trying to get a pretty decent base of coals off the other wood. I've already used a lot of it, so I can get a pretty big base of coals so I can burn the big logs later. Alright guys, it's about 6 p.m. Got a nice fire going. Still got a decent amount of little logs left, and I've only used, I think, 3 of the big hardwoods. So, and then over there, oh, use my headlamp. You got the ramen cooking, and not much better, man. 30 degrees-ish. Fire, ramen, and a nice shelter. I don't have to worry about my tent or anything, and I think it might rain tonight, so. All right, guys, kind of drying out all my socks, gloves, etc. I think the reason why my feet were so cold is because my socks were so wet. I mean, look at that. You can see the steam, you know, like the moisture evaporating out of the sock. So obviously if your foot's wet, it's gonna be way harder to keep that warm versus a warm, warm dry sock. So yeah, I just switched socks, and I'm gonna try to dry these out and heat them up so they're dry for tomorrow. So I had my socks, you know, laying out here because they were really wet. And then I looked down on my glove, and there's like a little bit of brown, and I was like, oh no, did I burn my glove? And it came off, and I was like, oh, good, okay. And then I was like, oh, wait. Yep. Nice. There go my wool socks. Or at least one. No matter how many times I do this, I will never learn. I've literally burned my shoes. I've burned multiple pairs of socks. And we can just add this one to the list. Awesome. Okay. And as for tomorrow, it's supposed to start raining, like freezing rain tonight at like 10. So tomorrow and Saturday is going to be like just freezing rain. So there's 3 options. The first option would be to go 11 miles to the next shelter, camp there, and then Saturday morning hike out 5 miles to the car. If I'm not feeling up to it and I'm tired, but I don't mind the weather, I can go 6 to the next shelter and then hike out like 4 the next morning. Or if I'm really not feeling it, I'm not really that tired, but I just don't want to deal with the rain, it's just not fun, then I can just hike the 9 to my car and then either drive through the night or get a hotel. So I guess it all depends what the weather's like and how I feel, but I guess we'll see. All right, guys, it's 7:30, just woke up. Yeah, the freezing rain started at about 11, and it's been going on and off all night. I don't know if you can hear it a little bit. It kind of stopped. It was just pouring like 20 seconds ago, so at least I can kind of get out of here pretty quick. I don't have to pack up my tent or anything. I have at the shelter. I can keep everything dry. I do have to go and get my bear canister though, so I'll probably get wet there. But all right, guys, just used the nice little privy they had. This is the shelter I stayed in last night, and then down here is where the AT continues. So yeah, it's real foggy, really wet and icy, just chunky. As for what I'm gonna do for today and tomorrow, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning on just doing the 9 and just heading out and like getting a hotel or either driving through the night, just because I don't know. Like I want to be someone who like doesn't consider anything like bad weather, like, oh, this weather isn't fun, but like at the same time, like I'm fine with rain. The rain, it doesn't bother me at all. The cold I can deal with, but like when you mix them, like essentially what I'd be doing is hiking all day in this and then getting to camp and essentially just sitting there, no fire, and just sitting in my bag all night. And it's like, I don't know. Yesterday was really cool. I got to see a pony, which I wanted to do. I had an awesome fire last night. I got to summit Rogers. That was cool. You know, so I've done the major things I really wanted to accomplish with this trip. So I don't feel like I'm cheap shotting or like, you know, kind of backing out or anything. Especially if I'm just going to be sitting around camp for 12 hours just sitting in my bag. Like, that's not really any fun. So I don't know. We'll see. As I walk, I'll make up my mind. But this is what sucks about the AT in Virginia. So I'm standing on the trail, and where is it? Maybe that way? Since it's so open, it's like impossible to tell. And like North Carolina, since it's so closed, it's like there's only one place the trail could possibly be. But here, it's everywhere. Well, guys, stopped here for a nice Pop-Tart, get some water in. This area is looking pretty spooky, honestly. It's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of yesterday, like on the Grayson Highlands, just like in clouds and fog though. Alright guys, it started to rain a little bit. Very cold, but look what I found on the ground next to a privy. Thermarest pad. Things are like 50 bucks. About to carry this all the way out. Free pad. Alright guys, little update. Down about 4 miles since camp. 2 more until the shelter, where I plan on stopping and making some coffee, eating lunch, drying off, getting out of this rain, sleet, whatever you want to call it. Man, it's been a lot of uphill, which was surprising. I thought it was supposed to be all downhill. Oh! But it looks like now that from here on out, it's all downhill, which is going to be nice because, like, I want to have my rain jacket on, but then I'm going uphill and I'm getting way too hot, and my legs are getting hot because I have my leggings on, but, like, I don't want to stop and, like, have to take off my shoes and change my underwear in the icy, wet ground and rain and come on, like, so it's just been kind of brutal. Just been pushing through, but these miles have been feeling like they've been taking forever, so hopefully these last 2 go by fast. Here's representation of what the trail has been looking like this whole time and why my feet are screwed, because there's no flat way to walk, because it's just rock to rock to rock. Whoa. Oh, and then rocks that are frozen with ice on them. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my hair's looking real good today. Anyway, just made it to the shelter. Using this thermarest as a seat. It feels so good. I'm gonna get some coffee in me, and then I have another Lenny and Larry cookie. Probably let my legs rest. My knees hurt pretty bad just from all the downhill and uphill and all the rocks. My ankles kind of hurt and everything. Yeah, I think this trail has definitely just kind of bruised me up just because it's been really rocky and it's been either uphill or downhill. There's been probably a total of like a mile where it's been like flat, easy walking ground, and everything else has just been either super steep, uphill or downhill, or just like super rough and rocky and uneven. So it's been a pretty tough trail, but definitely worth it. I've had a good time. You know, this is what makes me mad. There's literally a fire pit right there and another one down there. But no, I'm going to be warm in my shelter, so I'm going to put a fire right here and just destroy the ground and leave these big logs just obnoxiously everywhere. I'm like, come on, dude. Use the fire pit. Use the fire pit. Don't be this guy. Coming down to the road, this isn't too bad. So the whole trail was like this, just relatively flat, a little bit of roots here and there. I feel like I could just go forever. Ooh. Yeah, do-rag check, wave check. Anyway, me and my crew have made the executive decision to call it quits. Not call it quits, but just finish early. Just simply because I don't want to do another night in the freezing rain. 80% of my gear is cold and wet. I'm cold and wet. My bag is cold and wet. That's no fun. So once I get to the road in about another mile, I think I'm just gonna road walk for like another mile and a half to my car and head home from there and just drink like 8 Red Bulls and get home tonight around like midnight, 1 a.m. So yeah, that's where it is. That's what it's doing. And with me making that decision, I kind of thought about it and I was like, well, you know, it's not really quitting. Like, I'm still doing the whole loop. I still did everything I wanted to do. You know, I got to test out my new gear that I bought for the trip, which is my boots, the saw, the bivvy, and my new sleeping pad. And, you know, I got to use the saw. I cut up a bunch of wood last night. That was really helpful. These boots have done really well. My sleeping pad's awesome. The bivvy, I don't know. I don't really know how that's working so far. I might have used it wrong or something, but it condensated the first night because all it does is trap your body heat. So, and it doesn't have anything to breathe out of, so it just trapped all my body heat, which is, you know, evaporating, and then it condensated on the inside of the bag and froze. So that's probably what made me a little bit colder than I should have been the first night. And then last night when I took out my sleeping bag to go to sleep, the whole bag is like a rock. It's literally frozen. And I was like, oh no, this is not good. So I had to sit around the fire for 20 minutes, thaw it out. So I don't know how that works, if the bivvy's worth it or not. But I don't know. I mean, I got to see the ponies. I did the highest point in Virginia. Got to see some snow, slept in the snow, experienced freezing rain. I mean, not much I can really complain about. Got to spend nights in the wood. Got to sit around a nice fire and enjoy myself. Enjoy some coffee, some good food. I mean, can't really complain, honestly. I mean, there's just not really a point in going farther and staying another night to not really see anything new. It'd be the same scenery as all of this. So, I don't know. I'd rather just go home and enjoying my nice warm car, and yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, made it. Woo! Made it in the car, safe and dry, fresh clothes. Man, another awesome trip. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you liked it, give it a like, comment if you want. Subscribe for more. I don't know, hopefully some more trips coming up. Yeah, woohoo!